Adam Schiff, release the transcripts that your committee already voted to make public. Why won't you let us see that information? So Adam Schiff, give us that information. Director Wray, give us access to this agent who was there when they set up General Flynn, and let us see that original 302.
Congressman Jim Jordan right there demanding access to Russia probe transcripts, calling on the House Intel chair, Adam Schiff, to finally release them. Jordan, along with other House Republicans, are accusing Schiff of blocking their release, and we've got some breaking news on that and whether it might come out. We'll get to it in a moment. Joining me now, former Assistant U.S. Attorney Andy McCarthy. I want to give you those breaking details in a moment, but first I want to talk about what's at stake, Andy. Why do you think Adam Schiff is reluctant to release these transcripts? Might it show what was really going on behind closed doors during this investigation?
Sure, Ed, and let's remember the background here. This goes back to the time when that committee was led by Devin Nunes, who's now the ranking member. Schiff, now the chairman, when they were in the minority, was the ranking member. While that investigation was taking place, Schiff's main job was to spin for the FBI, spin for the intelligence community, spin for Christopher Steele, and try to subvert and suppress what the then Republican majority were trying to do. So this is just a continuation of that. He's in a position now, which he wished he was in back then, to simply block this stuff from coming forward.
Because at that point, to your point there, Devin Nunes may have been pointing out problems in terms of how Carter Page was treated, Michael Flynn was treated, and it would show that behind closed doors, maybe Adam Schiff wasn't being so fair to the president. But I mentioned breaking news. Byron York has this exclusive now at the Washington Examiner saying that the acting director of national intelligence, Rick Grinnell, has now written a letter saying all redactions have been done. So there would be no classified information released if Adam Schiff finally puts these transcripts out. Do you think this pushes it over the top, that the public will get some transparency?
Well, it depends, Ed, on how interested the public is. It's been very hard, believe me, as somebody who has followed this for a long time, written a book about it. I can tell you that report that House committee did and the underlying investigations, the most important and best informed thing that we have out there. And there hasn't been a great deal of interest for it. I hope that reverses here, but I think what people are kind of looking at is, what is Durham going to do? That seems to be more in the front of people's minds.
John Durham, and whether or not he's going to get some accountability here about how all of these investigations proceeded. That leads me to how we haven't had a chance to talk to you since the Michael Flynn documents came out. He's obviously looking to get his case dropped now. If not, others are saying the president should pardon him. Interesting development. James Gagliano, a former FBI official, has been very supportive of the FBI, is now saying in an op-ed in the Washington Examiner, hold on, he's very upset with how Michael Flynn was treated. He said since the FBI was already in possession of the transcript of Flynn's telephone call with the Russian ambassador, what exactly was to be gained by the interview? Nothing, except the potential to jam him up, get him removed as national security advisor. It was never going to charge him for violations of the Logan Act or the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Even Robert Mueller's team could have done so. It passed. Bottom line for you, what's next in the Flynn deal, and how bad is this for the FBI?
Well, it's bad. I think what's next is the judge has to wrestle with the question of whether to vacate the plea, the guilty plea that Flynn entered some time back. I think there's a very good chance that will happen, and then the ball gets thrown, Ed, in the Justice Department's court. Do they really want to go forward and try this case? Because that would be the posture we'd be in if Flynn got his plea back. I would guess no. I mean, this is a case that would be built on that 302, the report, which nobody can account for, and the credibility of two agents who have big credibility problems, Strzok and this other guy, Joe Pienko, who was the major agent in the investigation. So if I'm the Justice Department and the FBI, I don't want to go forward with that case.
Yeah, Jim Jordan and other Republicans, as you know, want that other FBI agent to come up and testify. They want to get some more information. We'll keep digging on it. Andy McCarthy, thank you.